Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to another Empires and Puzzles video. And today we have the momentous occasion that is the Soul Exchange. Before we get to this video, if you haven't checked out Gemstone Legends yet, come check it out. There are no joke thousands of players from Empires and Puzzles that have come over already, and for good reason. Simply put, it's a really fun game with some big advantages over Empires and Puzzles. We both know that the players that join these games earliest are some of the most dominant players. And this game is starting to really take off, so the longer you wait, the more you miss out on. Not only can you support the channel by using the download link in the description of this video, or by scanning the QR code on your screen, but doing so will also give you a free $50 starter bonus with an epic hero, gems, and gold coins, all for free, just by using the link or QR code provided. And then when you start, you'll gain access to beginner events exclusively for players who use the link or QR code provided that will give you another strong epic hero, a set of 5-star legendary equipment, and a platinum scroll for another guaranteed epic or legendary hero. Lastly, I have created a bunch of videos in a Gemstone Legends playlist on my YouTube channel to make learning this game as easy and fun as possible. So hit that download link in the description and get started with one of the most fun and deep Match 3 RPGs. There's a great community in Gemstone Legends, it has some huge advantages over Empires and Puzzles, and overall I think you guys are really going to like it. After, it's probably been 2.5 years, 2 years since it was first teased that there would be some solution for duplicate heroes. We got the Hero Academy, it was not present in there, and they, in their Q&A thing that I covered, mentioned something about, yeah, we've got something in mind, or we hope to achieve something that will allow duplicate heroes to be traded, but point being, it's been very vague and it's been put off for a long time. So this is what we finally have, and I want to tell you who I think is the one hero that you should absolutely choose and why. Before that, this hasn't changed from beta as far as I can tell. We have 10, 15, or 20 heroes, 20 duplicate heroes that you would need to trade in to get one hero of your choice. There's been a lot of talk about how very few of these heroes are actually desirable. We have at the level 20, Gravemaker, who has a costume already. Killhair, who's getting a costume. We have the Horcall costume in here, which nobody wants. Elassie without her costume. Ursina without her costume. It's really funny to me how Thor found his way in here, because most of these are old heroes or heroes of the month, and then they kind of show that Thor is one of the less good season 3 heroes, as I had felt when he came out. So it's funny to see him in here, because he is the not the newest, because we have Garjamal in here, but Garjamal is also 33% more expensive in terms of heroes. So anyways, this is the selection. They have indicated that these heroes will change each time. This event will probably be once every 2 to 4 months, something like that. I don't expect the prices will change. So this is what we have, and I want to tell you the hero that I think that you should get from this and why. And that hero is Scotty from Season 3. So when she first came out, this was before a buff, and she was only doing 170% damage to all enemies, and it was not enough to even kill most minions, and therefore her utility was not very good. They buffed her to 220%, quite a significant gain, and now with some defense down and attack up, she can take out quite tough minions, and oftentimes more than that. And the thing that makes her so good are these stacks. There are still, to this point, I think, in terms of AoE stack heroes, I think there's just 2. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but there's Scotty, and there is Kongolok from Season 4, who applies attack down stacks. Scotty's stacks are even better because they're decreased mana generation, We know how important mana is in this game, and dot damage, frost damage per turn that cannot be removed, short of dying and being revived or some other very niche methods. But for the most part, it's with you for the whole battle. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I use Scotty in a team, and the team is pretty much all healers, and she's capable of winning by herself. So a couple of the other reasons that I think that she is the hero to choose. One, she's easy to synergize with. I use Costume Curel, who I have full emblems and a limit break on, and he is fantastic because it allows you to put defense down without damaging the minions. So if the minions have taken some hits already, Scotty's charged and ready to go. You don't have to use someone like Morel, who is going to get rid of some of those minions or weaken them, and therefore weakening Scotty's utility by decreasing the number of stacks she's going to be able to apply. So 4-star hero, yes, the costume is needed, but pretty easy to get that hero for that synergy. I've also in the past used her with the standard version of Curel, so that in 9 tiles with the right troops, you're going to have attack up, defense down, and then you shoot Scotty last, and you have a great chance of getting 5+ stacks on your enemies. Once these stacks are placed, it's just a waiting game, and that's why I have so many healers on the team, is because it's just about staying alive, and that gives a very reliable and very survivable team. So a lot of people have thought for some time that the minion meta is disappearing. We've seen new heroes coming out which punish minion casters. We saw things switch from minions to fiends. However, minions are here to stay. We've got the War of Three Kingdom heroes coming out, and half of those heroes, if not more, which are very powerful, function based on minions, and the minion HP is quite low compared to some of the other tough minion casters, which means Scotty finding her way through those to leave some stacks behind is very high. I think there may be 15% HP tops. And if you've got attack up and defense down with that easy synergy of Costume Curel and regular Curel, or Costume Curel and Krampus, or something like that, you've got the basis of a very strong anti-minion team, and with more minion heroes coming, I think Scotty's a really important hero to have. I still have her at plus 20 emblems. I still use her for sure every single minion war, because those minions are quite weak. But I use her just about every war except for Equalizer, because that will remove stacks. And she does a fantastic job. You surround her with healers. Avoid sniper heavy teams with her, because if you get off to a slow start and she dies, the hit is over. But with enough healers on the team in different colors besides blue, you've got options for keeping her alive and well. And once she fires, it's pretty much game over. Occasionally you'll get a second fire out of her. And if you've ever used her, getting 10 stacks is extremely satisfying, because this stack damage goes up with emblems and troops, and it's like 400 something damage per turn and minus 60% mana generation. It's just so satisfying. So that is the hero I think you should choose. I think she's fantastic. I would be a little hesitant if we didn't know what these War of Three Kingdom heroes were, and therefore knowing that minions are here to stay in the game for quite some time. And even with all these minion punishing heroes that we've seen come out, I still see minion casters on defense all the time in war, all the time in raids, and she is just so good against them. In my opinion, Scotty and Grimble are the 2 best anti-minion heroes in the entire game. People might claim that maybe Penalite should be on that list because the damage is just insane for minion casters. That's more of a minion caster thing, technically in the same category, and certainly in the top 3, but stacks, incredibly valuable. There's nothing like them. It's far better than an ailment, and yeah, that's my pitch for Scotty. If you go emblems, go full attack. She's already quite sturdy, so you need to get that attack up to make sure that you can punch through those minions, and that's where synergy is super helpful. Another thing that I've seen people do if they don't have the ideal synergy is to use like Costume Kirill, or perhaps to use someone like Vela or a slightly weaker AoE attacker first if you're going against really tough minions like Freya or Bira. Fire that Vela or someone like them first. It's only going to weaken the minions. Rarely is Vela or heroes in that lower AoE damage category in the blue color. Rarely are they doing enough damage to fully kill the minions. It'll be up to you to decide, what the right synergy is for your teams. But then you fire Kirill after that, and that's going to be, guaranteed 5 stacks or more. So just keep that in mind. There's different options, but this hero is super powerful, and in the right team, it is almost a guaranteed win, even with a slow board, because you've got those other healers on your team to help keep you alive, or you've got taunt, or you've got dodge, or something to stall the battle till you can get those blue tiles. So let me know if you agree with this in the comments below. If we look at the other heroes available, we'll start at the bottom. Sargasso, I would say hard pass. Rana without costume, hard pass. Chameleon has benefits for Mythic Titan, sort of a niche hero. I have one at 370. I use him almost not at all ever. There are ways to make him work. I know there are some fans of his. His attack buff is insane, but the color change is really annoying. So anyways, you might be interested in that. You only get to choose one here, so I wouldn't prioritize a niche hero like that. Ruben, largely undesirable. Rumpelstiltskin, super old stats, largely undesirable because what is he? He's multiple kinds of heroes in one. You don't know what you're going to get. Hard to build a team around him. Thor, maybe you're familiar with my thoughts on Thor, but I'm not into him. Damage is low. I don't like his charging style. Jean-Francois is an interesting hero, but when faced with the decision of choosing one of these, I don't put him as a top pick, though he has some interesting things about him. And I think he's overall a decently solid hero of the month. Alassi without costume, yeah, she's okay. I know she's serviceable for a lot of people, but I would not prioritize her very highly. Ursina had her time at one point. Reflect is still very valuable, and many people still use her. However, I think there are better choices. Horgal, not even worth clicking on. Killhair, again, a solid hero in defense, very solid with a limit break. She can still cause problems. However, I think a little bit less good on offense unless you have some really good synergies for her, like Guardian Panther or Sergi with maybe Costume or Guard for some attack boost. Still not my preference. The costume's coming soon, and I'll probably do some token pulls there. Inari is who I chose because I already have 2 copies of Scotty, one at plus 20 and one unleveled. And she's compelling, but look how low that defensive stat is. She's really not balanced in the way that I would like to see. She is a rogue, and that's nice. She is a hero worthy of consideration if you have Scotty. I would probably put her as my second pick from this event, but keep in mind these heroes will change. So for me, my roster was clogged up. I couldn't do anything. I needed to get rid of some heroes, and I had plenty of Season 1s that were just going to get fed away until I found out about the Soul Exchange, and I saved them. So I chose Inari, who was the hero that I did not have. Garjamal is a decently good sniper. Nothing too impressive about her, though she kind of does her thing. I would put her as a, average or maybe slightly better than average hero, but not my personal choice. Scotty is just in a league of her own in terms of being able to do a very powerful thing that no other heroes can do. And then Gravemaker, again, I've really liked this hero. Very dated stats. He does have a costume now, which I think is just an improvement. So this is a possibility as well. I like very fast speed heroes. Doesn't take much to speed them up to a 6-tile charge, and he was a big standby on one of my best teams for quite a while. So worthy of consideration, but again, doesn't do anything like Scotty, who is really in a league of her own as a super impactful, very dangerous hero. Defense in Minion Wars, she can be quite good, and you really need to respect her, or you can end up with 5 stacks very quickly. So anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I will be happy to cover the next Soul Exchange when it pops up, but I wanted to get this information out there as soon as I was able to for people who are still weighing their options, didn't just jump on something right away. Um, and I wanted to explain my case for what I think is hands down the best hero in here if you don't have them already, because they do something that no one else can do, and is just a reliable win in the right team in the right context. So yeah, share your thoughts in the comments down below. Please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, helps other people find the videos. So if you appreciate the videos and watching the channel, I would really appreciate that support. 2 quick clicks and you're all done. So thank you for doing that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.